I'm sitting here and I want to do a quick video, but at the same time, the Falcons are playing the Rams tomorrow night. As I do this video, they play Monday Night Football, and I'm not holding back that they're probably not going to win that game. But there might be a handful of people, if you're a Falcons fan or Falcon media people, after you won against Arizona, you kind of want to reboot, but you don't know. We're in a midst where we don't know what we want. Do we want to lose the last two games and have this big reboot? This is Jimmy Jam Sessions, and it starts now. So let's get this. So let us figure this whole thing out. As always, you can always hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this. Lately, I do a couple more videos right here on my phone as of right now, but let's just get the gist of this video right here. As many people know that we live in this area in central Pennsylvania, but I'm a Falcons fan. I will support the Steelers because I'm a diehard Penguins fan and I like the Pirates, and I will support the Steelers. That Steelers thing right now, as I do this video, is a little bit of a different story, if you will, because nobody's happy right now. Nonetheless, this is about the Falcons, and I want to just make a little bit of a quick type of a thing. As I do this video, they're 6-9. Raheem Morris is on the hot seat, and a lot of weird and rough things happened this year. Penix is now out with an ACL injury. Nobody wanted Kirk Cousins' contract. People were thinking, with all the injuries, the ACLs and the Achilles injuries, and people getting knocked out and quarterbacks getting knocked out, you would think somebody needed a quarterback, and Kirk Cousins was there. Nobody wants that 4-year, $180 million contract, and this is only year 2. We wouldn't be in this position if Kirk Cousins fell off a cliff in that 5-game slide in the middle of last year. And then it all led to that Sunday night game against Washington where Penix came back in the clutch, threw to Kyle Pitts, sent the game to overtime, but at that time the defense, Atlanta's not known for defense, could not stop Jayden Daniels in a nosebleed, and they lost in overtime. And then they got into a meaningless shootout the following week against Carolina, and Bryce Young threw 6 touchdowns. Now, with that being said, nobody in the Falcons world down there in media or anything has no clue what they want to do. Even I don't know what I want to do in this position. You have 2 home games. You play New Orleans, who's actually on a heater. They won 4 in a row. But at the same time, the Falcons need a reboot because what the Falcons have had in the last 5 years has not worked. The Falcons haven't done anything since the Super Bowl, and they went to the playoffs the following year and lost to the Eagles. Tom Brady has ruined them. Then Philly beat them the second year. After that, they've not been back in the playoffs since. And after that, Matt Ryan went into a decline. Then he went to the Colts and got injured. Thomas Dimitrov is not the same GM. He was gone. And so Terry Fontenot comes in and says, and I've said this in videos, and he literally said it personally, I want to build a championship team, which he has not. No playoff appearances in 5 years. Some of his moves have been good. Some of his moves have been absolutely ridiculously airheaded. As your GM, you hit and miss on a lot of things. Sometimes the smallest moves are the ones that get you fired. Sometimes small moves actually work. Let's just be an example. Atlanta has a great load of young talent. They went out and got, they needed a tight end. They got Kyle Pitts. They went and needed a number 1 wide receiver. They got London. They needed another running back. They needed a star with Devontae Freeman gone and could not score a running back. They went and got Bijan Robinson. Luckily enough, they also got Tyler Algier down the road, who was a record breaker in the NCAA and BYU. They have talent. They even upgraded their offensive line. They're a top 5 offensive line in the league when healthy. And what has Fontenot done? Cannot score quarterback. He has not scored quarterback at all. Desmond Ridder did not work. Marcus Mariota looked like it was going to work during the pandemic. But the other thing that did not work for Terry Fontenot is he whiffed on coach. He whiffed on having Arthur Smith for 3 years, and 3 7-10 seasons does not work. So when he goes, you bring in Raheem Morris, but you couldn't get anybody else. You were even tinkering with Bill Belichick, and nobody wanted Belichick. I say this just with respect. I mean, I don't know what you do in this situation, because the other rough news is that the Falcons only have 5 picks in next year's draft because of the move they did to get both Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. They went and traded a first-round pick to the Rams, who they're playing, and focus enough. They don't have a first-round pick next year, and if Cousins falls through, they're going to need a quarterback, and they don't have a quarterback. They literally do not have an answer. So I don't know if Cousins is playing to try to get a new contract. I don't know if Cousins is trying to hold on to that, and hopefully somebody picks his contract up. But we know he fell off a cliff last year, and there was a couple games that, unfortunately, that's why you have a backup quarterback. And unfortunately, Penix also has a 5th season-ending injury in 8 years. I like Penix a lot, and in fact, he is clutch and he's done well. I just don't know if it works in Zach Robinson's system. But I have to trust Zach Robinson. He came from the Sean McVay coaching tree. Terry Fontenot, the GM, has not made great moves. That we only have the Falcons only have 5 picks in next year's draft. So now, what do we have to do? I don't know what you put yourself on. I've seen so many things on Bookface saying the Falcons need to get a bridge quarterback. Maybe Penix is not the guy. Remember, Penix is on a rookie contract. But in a sense, does the Falcons have to legitimately start all over? I would not be shocked if there is a new coach, which I kind of hope there is, because I don't see Raheem Morris, even though Arthur Blank is the most beloved owner in the league, but his health is not great. He's also talking about getting Matt Ryan back into the organization as like an executive. But I say this in just respect. It's like, you need to get a bridge quarterback. You may have to trade some pieces to get another pick in the draft. You may have to let go of Tyler Algier because he could be a number 1 running back elsewhere in the league. I'd hate to see him leave. You need picks, and you need to figure out if Penix is going to be your guy. You need to get that Cousins contract off your payroll, and if you do, you get it off, but it's going to be like a $40-50 million dead cap hit. So there are rumors all over the place that the Falcons could very well pitch in to grab all these quarterbacks as a bridge quarterback. I've heard Malik Willis from Green Bay. I've heard Tyler Huntley from Baltimore. I've heard somebody saying make a slim trade to get Tua from Miami. I heard even somebody from the Falcons media say go get Stetson Bennett, the Georgia quarterback, University of Georgia quarterback that won a national title. I don't know I'm lost as much as many people as far as Falcons fans. I want to know your comments. I want to know your ideas. Where do we go from here? I would almost want the Falcons to lose both last 2 games and have Raheem Morris be evaluated. Fontenot needs to leave. Raheem Morris needs to be evaluated. 2 years, nothing worked. Injuries all over the place. You're supposed to win this division on paper, but Tampa was supposed to win this on paper, and now Tampa's falling apart. Your comments, where do you stand with the Falcons? Where do you stand with the Dirty Birds? I don't know. I'm as clueless as you guys, and this is where I stop the video and say the bar is closed. Where does the ATL go from here? Do we even beat the Rams tomorrow night? Do we even show up to the Saints on Monday night, on the following week? Bar's closed. Throw your comments in. I don't know what to tell you, but the bar's closed. I'll see you all in the next one.